Hello, and welcome to the Metabolic Balance information video. I'm Carole-Anne, a registered holistic nutritionist, trauma-informed, and metabolic balance coach. In this program, we will cover what metabolic balance is and how does it work, and what does the coaching process look like, what's included, and of course, the cost of the program. I have had the privilege to see what this program can do towards meeting clients' goals, and I'm hopeful I get to do the same for your transformation. So what is Metabolic Balance? Metabolic Balance is an innovative, all-natural nutrition program that brings balance to your hormones, optimizes your health, and leads to a new invigorating lifestyle resulting in successful long-term weight management. Metabolic Balance was developed over 25 years ago by Dr. Wolf Fun Fact in Germany. The program was originally designed to heal inflammation and help reverse metabolic syndrome in his patients, which also resulted in achieving optimal body weight. The program was designed by studying the chemistry of one's individual lab values and the chemistry of food, and then using food as a prescription. To date, the program is managed by dedicated physicians and nutritional scientists. The foundation of the program is Metabolic Balance's unique capability to develop a truly personalized nutrition plan based on an in-depth analysis of your unique blood values, medical history, and your personal likes and dislikes. Your personalized nutrition plan acts as your roadmap. It indicates exactly which natural foods you should eat in order to orchestrate the biochemical changes needed for reaching your desirable weight and health goals. My favorite thing about the program is that Metabolic Balance is 100% natural. There are no prescribed injections or pills, shakes, or proprietary foods, nor, as with some diets, are you required to keep points or count calories. Your local grocery store and farmers market can easily provide all the wholesome nutrient-rich foods listed on your personalized nutrition plan. So what can you expect from Metabolic Balance? Well, like I said, you can expect some weight loss and improved energy, better sleep, improved moods, less bowel and stomach problems. There's a potential of reducing or eliminating the need of high blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetic medication. You get hormonal balance, improved immune function. You may see a reduced in allergies and intolerances. You can see a decrease of joint inflammation and pain. Honestly, you do save money on your weekly grocery bills because you'll be you know exactly what to buy from your plan. You'll find the sales and you'll be able to not go out as much because of the plan itself. Honestly, the program pays for itself in just a few months. Metabolic Balance has the highest success rate for lifelong health benefits and weight, which I'll actually get into a little bit later. And there is a potential benefit for sufferers of polycystic ovarian syndrome, so PCOS, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. So how does it work? I'll give you a requisition form to bring to the lab to get your blood work done. From there, the lab results get sent to the doctors in Germany where they will assess and create a custom nutrition plan. Additionally, we highly encourage that you keep these 8 daily rules. The first one is you eat exactly 3 well-balanced meals a day. There's no snacking. But I assure you, you will be comfortable. These meals are designed to keep you full, minimizing the need for snacking and increasing the need of drinking water in between meals. Number 2 is that we ensure that there is a 5-hour break in between meals. This is so that we give your insulin response and digestion a break in between meals. Number 3, we make sure each meal lasts no longer than 60 minutes. We want you to be present while eating your meals. It could take you less than 60 minutes to eat your meal, but we just don't want you to eat over that 60-minute window. Number 4, For each meal, we want you to begin with 1 or 2 bites of the protein portion. The amino acids from the protein will hit your system first, and then it activates the hormone glucagon, which actually slows down the insulin, but also signals the leptin response to let you know when you're feeling full. Number 5, we want to we want you to eat 1 protein per meal, but 3 different proteins per day. This is for the maximum absorption of amino acids, which I'll actually talk a little bit more later in this video. Number 6, if possible, do not eat after 9 p.m. If you're a shift worker or if it's just plain like not possible for you, not to worry, we can accommodate for you. Number 7, you must drink the quantity of water calculated for you throughout the day. Water plays a role in numerous functions in the body, and it's your body's way to excrete. Did you know that 85% of weight loss will happen through urine? So it's very important that we're giving the body the tools that it needs to function properly. Also, keep in mind, you have at least 12 hours throughout the day to drink your required water. I know you can get it done. And finally, number 8, it's true what they say. An apple a day keeps your doctor away. You will choose one of the 3 meals to eat your apple. An apple is a jam-packed multivitamin that lowers your uric acid and draws out the toxins from the colon for elimination. Considering this program is based on scientific evidence, here's a little bit more about science. This program's main focus is on insulin levels, which is our blood sugar. We thrive on maintaining the balance of insulin levels to regulate your overall health. So let's learn a little bit more about insulin. When insulin levels go up, so does your cholesterol, your triglycerides, which is your fat concentration in the blood. Your stress hormone like adrenaline and cortisol gets elevated as well. Consequently, when your insulin levels are high, you see a decrease in melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. You have a decrease of the DHEA, which builds all the other hormones. There's also a decrease in the human growth hormone, and it reduces your body's capability to break down fat. That's why we want to keep your insulin levels low throughout the day to maximize your health goals. So every time you eat food, this will impact your insulin response in some way. Of course, your carbohydrates and your sugars would spike it dramatically, whereas your proteins and fats, not so much. From this chart, the purple here that you see is when your body has the ability to burn fat because your insulin levels are low. It shows an up and down pattern if you were to eat 6 meals per day. Compared if you were eating 3 meals per day, you can see how there's a longer period of burning fat and more consistently. Every time you eat a metabolic balance meal, your insulin levels should go up and come back down in about a 2-hour window. So with the 3 meals, that's 6 hours of digestion, which leaves your body to burn energy for 18 hours in a 24-hour window. That's why eating 3 meals per day is very important so that we can manage that insulin response and have your body burning energy as frequently as possible. We want to tap into that fat-burning fuel source, but it could only happen when that insulin levels are low. There are 8 essential amino acids in the body and can only be absorbed when they are at all equal parts. As per the chart here, you can see with the egg, it is at 100%, which means the body will absorb 100% of all essential amino acids. Depending on the food, the biological value will decrease. As you can see here with the cow's milk, it's at 91%. Soybean is at a 76, and white bread you see here all the way down at 44. We want you to absorb as much as possible. However, by eating multiple types of protein will decrease the body's ability to absorb the essential amino acids. So we encourage that to eat one protein per meal, but three different proteins per day. So here's a breakdown of what everything will look like. Metabolic balance is divided into four phases. Phase 1 and 2 are considered the reset period. Phase 1 begins with a gentle 2-day cleanse. Honestly, it might not be the most glorious time of your life, but it is very manageable. After the 2-day cleanse, we move right into phase 2. This is the strict phase for 14 days. This is the foundation of your transformation. It is called a strict phase for a reason. This is when you would want to follow the plan as strictly as possible for 14 days. Again, I assure you that you will be comfortable. This program is tailored to your body and the foods that are what your body needs. Remember, this is a reset period, and it's the only time that you would actually be a little bit more restricted with your choices. Depending on your goals, we stay in phase 2 until you have reached your desired goal weight. But after the 14 days, it is a little bit more relaxed as we introduce oils and a weekly treat meal. Just so you know, your goal doesn't need to be a body composition goal. It could be towards having better sleep, mental clarity, hormonal balance that affects the mood. The sky's the limit of what your goals could be with this program. This program isn't just about weight loss. We also evaluate the 4 pillars of health: exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress management, which there is a protocol for each if you feel like you're struggling. When you're ready for phase 3, this is when you have reached your goal weight, you're feeling amazing, and now your body can handle a little bit more. This is actually where you stay long term, mostly because it does take a while for you to experiment with new foods and for you to get into these habits and lifestyle changes for sustainable results. And finally, for the 4th phase is for maintenance. Throughout the program, there will be a weekly accountability check-ins just to ensure that you are on the right track, and if need be, to guide you back if you're slipping. I will be giving you all the tools you need to continue thriving through this new lifestyle. At the end of this, it doesn't mean that we're no longer in contact. If you have questions after phase 4, I'm only a message away. Here is a sample of what the meal plan could look like. Everything is portioned out in grams, so yes, you will need a food scale at the beginning so that you can accurately eat the proper portions for your body. Plus, think about it this way. Baking is a science and needs precise measurements, right? Well, this program is also a science-based, so we would need some precise measurements as well. But trust me, eventually you'll tap into your leptin response that notifies you when you're feeling full, and your eyes will adjust to the portion sizes. But what I want you to focus on is the amount of food that you can eat. When you receive your plan, it is not color coordinated like it shows here. We give you instructions so that these meals are interchangeable. It shows you what is possible and how you can accomplish eating a variety. Then you'll have a breakdown of what is possible and how you can accomplish, sorry, of what then you'll have a breakdown of which foods from each category you're able to eat. Please be mindful that all plans will look different since it's based on your own blood work. As you see here in the protein section, it shows all the proteins available. So you have seafood, fish, meat, poultry, dairy, legumes, nuts, and seeds. And then, of course, you have your carbohydrates, which is divided into your fruits, your vegetables, and you'll see a bread allowance. For this program, we only use 100% whole grain rye bread. I can let you know where to get the best to give you a recipe to try at home. Not shown here, but there's also a section for starches where you'll see what starch you're available to eat, as in potatoes, wild rice, oatmeal, whichever you're allowed. Don't be alarmed. If you see foods on this list that you dislike, your plan won't have those items on your list. We truly keep your likes and dislikes into consideration because we want you to also enjoy this process. So here's an outline of the nutritional consultations. We meet over Zoom. The first appointment, we complete your intake form. We evaluate your goals. We assess the four pillars of health, so the exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress management. Just to reiterate, healthy living isn't just about nutrition. Everything contributes to your health, and we want to optimize that as much as possible for optimal results. And I give you a welcome guide that has the requisition form to get your blood work done. Once you get your blood work done, we meet for our second appointment. I'll have your plan created by the doctors in Germany, ready for you to read through at least twice before the appointment so that you can write all your questions down and we will go through the plan in great detail. After that, we select your start date. Yay! Be sure that I be assured that I will stay in close contact with you for the first 16 days during the reset period to encourage you through. On the third appointment, we evaluate how you feel. Each week, I'll be sending you information on each phase and the four pillars of health, so you stay on track. We also go over the process of weekly accountability check-ins. I'll be sending you a scale. The scale links to your phone through an app, and you just need to send me a screenshot of what the scale says as your weekly check-in. On the fourth appointment is divided into multiple sessions. I have created a 12-week program for my clients. These appointments is for the weekly check-ins, see your progress, adjust as needed, and really determine if a Zoom appointment is truly in order. On the fifth appointment, we meet at the 3-month mark for review. We reevaluate the four pillars of health to see your progress and to really see how far you've come. On the last appointment, again, we evaluate your results and we will review the fourth phase and how we can maintain this lifestyle. Again, just because it's our last appointment together does not mean I'm sending you off into the wild. I'll be sending you weekly check-ins if you need that accountability. You'll always have access to me whenever you have a question, and I'll always be there to celebrate your successes. Speaking of success, what is metabolic balance success rate? Well, first, we need to identify what is considered a successful weight loss plan. It is when an individual reaches their goal weight and maintains it for 2 years. Metabolic balance has a success rate of 60 to 80%. There is a wide range because it does depend on the country. It's the only program that has a higher than 50% success rate in over 35 countries, and it's globally the highest success rate. Being this program is geared towards weight loss, let's see how much you're expected to lose. Remember, everyone is different, and these results can vary. However, here's a realistic expectation of how much weight you could lose. During the reset period, you could lose anywhere from 5 to 8% of your weight, of your total weight, and then 1 to 2% of your weight per week until you have reached your desired body weight. As an example, if you were to weigh 180 pounds, you can expect to lose around 9 to 14 pounds during that reset period, and then roughly 1.5 to 3.5 pounds per week thereafter. And finally, what is this going to cost you? Well, first I'll let you know what's included in the price. You get the blood work, You just need to get it done. You'll receive a complete custom nutrition plan created by the doctors in Germany as a gift to say thank you for joining a bioelectrical and independent scale, which is a Renpho scale. This scale focuses more on the visceral fat, muscle mass, body fat percentage, and hydration in the body. Truly, this scale doesn't hide anything. You'll have roughly 6 months of personalized coaching, a program that works without the yo-yo effect or the need to try to something else, and you will always have your plan to revert back to if need be. You'll get all of this for 1,197 plus tax. I am beyond grateful that you are able to tune in into this information video. I hope this has answered all your questions thus far, but please don't hesitate to contact me by email, text, or by Instagram. Thank you so much, and I hope we get to connect soon. Thank you and take care.